Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-doo, boom, 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 wow, 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 boom, 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 bing, biddy, biddy, boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-doo, boom, 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 boom. Lord, how are you, bunch of fucking cats? Here's your fucking game. All came out here with new fucking chill today. We started fucking 4 minutes late, because Hightower doesn't know how to restart a fucking game. Or kid, of course. Or not fucking kidding, in brackets. Alright. Alright. What's going on? What's going down in Coleslaw Cup Town, eh? Alright, is anything going on over here? I don't fucking think so. Is my fucking controller working now, cat? That's a fucking question. Oh, it is. Fuse Rogue is on an outlap. Oh, I don't know why the fuck my accent went there. Anyway, telemetry. No, we aren't Elmer Jacko. Hashtag cringe ass telemetry. Okay, everything set up. I've got my new merch on. Still got my broken ass headset. Bum bum ba bum bum. I got my little bag of goodies. Oh. This is supposed to be in the bag of goodies as well. Couldn't we not be on board? This shit loud as hell, boy. Bag of goodies, let's have a look. Now, I have something to try here. You're in Bargain Booze, and a certain bozo wanted me to try this, so I had to buy it. Tilt this down just slightly, perhaps. If it wouldn't, no, it wouldn't like to. Okay. Guess I can move back a tad touch. It's called Dragon Soup, and I think the whole point is that it's an energy drink, but with alcohol in it. I don't know. So I looked at all the flavours, like strawberry and lime was a flavour, and you know, the normal stuff. And then I found this flavour. I don't know if you can be able to read that, but it's venom flavour. Venom. So obviously I thought, of all the flavours, you gotta go with venom flavour. Scavney set to 113.2. Takes provisional pole. He's the first driver to cross the line. A Fuse Rogue quickly knocks him off his little pedestal. Do you guys want to hear the little tsh? This is going to be incredible. You ready? You ready? Oh, that was so satisfying. Okay. Wow. It smells like a lime jelly baby on crack. Bloody hell. That's all I'm getting. What's in here? It's a flavoured fermented malt beverage containing high levels of caffeine blended with taurine. Gonna fucking die. 111.6 from the Flying Fish. El Dace himself. We should try a sip of Venom, I suppose. Now that's peak entertainment for you guys. Because who really cares what's going on in qualifying, eh? Anyway. Bloody hell. Disgusting. 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 No. 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 That can continue to ferment in hell for all I care. Goodness gracious me. Oh my lord. No. That is what I call rather distasteful. Okay. No. I can say I've tried it, but that's all I can say. But that is much better. Much, much better. We aren't sponsored by anyone here on Coleslaw Cup, but if they wanted to. Bit of Dead Man's Finger. Spiced rum with Coke. Quite nice. Quite nice. I'm more of a dark rum person myself. Kraken is the best, I think. But sometimes you want a little change. You want to mix it up a little bit. And that's okay. And this is nice. There's like hints of sweetness that cuts through. It's very nice. I do very much like this, and they're 3 for £5. So, I mean, you can't go wrong, can you? What's in there? Was anything in there? Lord knows. Let's put this in there and have a look what it looks like. Oh my god, it looks absolutely abhorrent. Oh my goodness gracious me. Go for a swim in that and you come out looking like that three-eyed fish from The Simpsons. Oh my god, that's insanity. I can't believe what I'm witnessing right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness gracious me. It's made out of fucking uranium. Oh my lord. What on earth? What the hell? Let's get my torch on my phone and shine it through that. And, dude, oh my god, okay, I'm watching it back on the broadcast. That is wild. Let's put the light through it. It looks like a lava lamp. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. What have I just witnessed? Oh my god. Oh my god, bruh. I'm watching... Come on, guys. Let's get talking in chat. Come on. Interact. What do we think of that absolute lava lamp weapon in a can? Weaponized ionizing radiation for your drinking pleasure. What's Scornsy doing? He's just doing Scornsy things. Be honest. That's wild. That's actually wild. It smells like you soaked a lime in chlorine. But what am I tasting? I don't want to drink more, but I want to know what it is. The sourness just sort of overrides all flavour. It's incredibly acidic. There's no taste. There's no taste. It's just acid. That's all it is. That's pure citric acid. That's insane. I mean, that's wild. I need to see it one more time with a light through it. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that on my phone. That's gonna get in the way and be annoying. Oh no. Nah, but for real, let's take a look at this again. One more time in front of the camera. I mean, look at that. That's wild. It looks better from the bottom. Look at that. Wow. I genuinely look like I have a rod of plutonium in my hand. You know, like on The Simpsons in the intro where he like throws it behind him. No, he doesn't throw it behind him. He throws it out the car window when he notices that he has it. That's what that looks like. I am just stunned. That is next level peculiarity. I think peculiarity would be the correct term. Peculiarity, peculiosity. No, certainly not peculiosity. Anyhow, that's wild. I'm not drinking that. Wow, yeah, that is some next level heaviness. That's crazy. Anyway, maybe we should like pay attention to what's going on the track. Well, maybe we shouldn't. What I won't do this time is play chess or GeoGuessr or whatever I played and miss some things, because to be fair, I'm not used to there being no formation lap. That caught me off guard, even though really I should know. And perhaps if it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning, I would have put 2 and 2 together. But of course, because Codemasters are so useless, we had a new glitch now where if people don't park correctly on the formation lap, they get disqualified from the race, which is absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous. But it means that we, of course, as always, have to pick up the pieces of Codemasters' incompetence and implement measures in order to mitigate these things. So we are not running with formation lap at the moment, as a direct result of that. What's the fish doing? Oh, he's driving. Well, I suppose he wouldn't be swimming, would he? Because he can't swim. Woohoo! Bye-bye, Ferrari. All over the curbing, very nicely done. DRS wide open, across the line at 111.4. Scornsy comes into the pits, and the race, I'm sure you've noticed, is all up for grabs because there is no NL on no jug here. Don't know what he's doing. He's being a bozo somewhere. He did check in. So A rather inexcusable absence for Mr. NLR No Job. DC Manaman's not setting a serious lap time. Hightower's just vibing. But, yeah, this is where we are. Oh, I was just going to wonder what was VTech doing, but he's cutting the grass, I suppose. Slayerized. He is not on a hot lap either. And Dace we already know isn't. He should be on an in lap. It's letting a Ferrari, is that? A McLaren? McLaren go past. I thought it was a McLaren, but then I looked back and it looked like it had a sort of Ferrari shape. But no, it was a McLaren, I was correct. And here is Slayerized. Coming around the corner and into the pit lane. Gotta be careful here, there is a bump on that pit entry. I didn't know until I did a race there myself and nearly died. If you aren't careful of that bump, it can really send you straight into the wall. I had to do an extra in lap because I went over that bump and I had to turn left out of the pit lane entirely, because I knew if I tried to turn right, I wouldn't have made it without crashing into the wall. So I had to just completely abort trying to come into the pits altogether, and had to do an extra in lap, and that was rather annoying. Oh, we have a car emerging. It's VTech who then immediately retires. Alright. I don't know if that is allowed. Because he has essentially retired on track. Who knows? What's going on, guys? Hightower is leaving the pits. Oof. Slayerized retires from the session in the pit lane also. That is one very dirty Red Bull. Do you see the dirt on the side? Look at that thing. Goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Oh, well, I mean, look at that. Come on, you gotta wipe the thing down. You've got time. Ugh. Coleslaw and Cynical both on outlaps also. Cynical being the... oh, I thought he was the most advanced. How the hell is Sharia here now? What? Bruh. I mean, sure. Yeah, yes, wide open. No, it doesn't seem like he's using the ERS, so... not entirely sure what's going on here. I'll have to watch on board and figure out if he's pushing or not. I mean, he can't be pushing because the ERS isn't on. There's no way he'd go on a push lap without ERS on. He just wouldn't. And Hightower is also... oh, goodness me. Attempting a hot lap. Cynical is actually up on his time as he approaches turn 1. Yeah, Shreya's completely lifted off now, so maybe he was semi-pushing there just to bring the tyres up to temperature. And here he goes now on his actual attempt at fastest lap. Jonathan Dunk leaving the session, as he has done at least 3 times thus far. But yeah, you do you, buddy. I don't even know if I'm still on the camera at this point. I've lounged so far back. I should just do this for the race. No, just, I mean, you guys can commentate. I'll just... oh, there we go. Look at that, mate. Whoa. Did I do this last time? I've got vague memories of doing this last time. I don't know. This is pretty cool, though. Oh, look at this. This is ace. What's Shreya Coleslaw doing? Is he going faster? Oh, look, an itchy eyelid. Rather interesting itch. Through comes the last car of Shreya Coleslaw, making his way past that slower traffic. He's only just over a tenth up on his time. I don't know if I can be taken seriously like this. This is like, I look like I've just died. I'm just like, damn, it's very tempting to not open your eyes again. Let's see. Okay, let's not sit that far up. Here, Shreya Coleslaw crosses the line. Up into P6. Good job. Dace. A 111.4 gives him provisional pole position. Can Scornsy do anything about it? He's 2 tenths off his best time thus far, and this will be his final opportunity to improve. Can he find 2 tenths in the final sector? I doubt it, but maybe he can. DRS wide open, crosses the line, cannot improve. Fuse Rogue, he is not pushing, he cannot improve. Lanzi, he is pushing, he can improve. I can't pronounce R's today, I don't know. Improvisation. Lanzi wants to improvise this lap and improvise his way up to the fastest lap. Boom. Bars. Good damn tired. What the hell? Still nothing's changed at the top. Can Lanzi pull something out of the hat here? I'm bigging this up so that we have an interesting conclusion regardless of what actually happens. Lanzi goes hella wide to get the turn in and then whoa, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. He's not going to improve like that. And that is your final grid standings, I do believe. Dace, P1, pole position, 3 tenths behind him is Scornsy sharing the front row in his Aston Martin. It's an all Ferrari, second row. Fourth row, what the hell? Third, Jonathan Dunk. Fourth, Fuse Rogue. Lanzi, P5 with Shreya Coleslaw, P6, and Caliro, P7 alongside his Alfa Romeo teammate, MMR Cynical. Skevny, P9 with DC Manaman, 15 in P10. Slayerized, P11. M. Galloway finding himself in a McLaren sandwich in P12 with VTEC behind him in P13. And then further back we have Hightower in P14 and Deary Racing in the Aston Martin rounds off the grid in P15. Now I've got my rod of plutonium. I'm trying to take like a small enough sip so that the sheer... I'd summarise this flavour as sort of halfway between jarring and aggressive. I don't know if... Does that make any sense? I quite like that terminology actually. It is. That flavour is halfway between jarring and aggressive. And to the point where it's both, in equal measure. It's just no. I'm trying to take small enough sips that I can try and gather the flavour without it being completely overwhelmed by the sheer fucking brah of just, yeah, of that. The sheer acidity. I'm just like... It's kind of comparable to just drinking straight gin. This is what that tastes like. It's 7.5%, which isn't remarkably high. I mean, it's quite high. But this is 5%, and this is just chilling. This is so nice. I'm not selling you on it. Would you like to commit war crimes? There it is. There's the sale. Would you like to help out somebody who quite clearly can't fucking speak basic sentences? Then buy this drink. Now, would you like 500 war crimes contained in one single glass? Buy Dragon Soup Venom. That tastes like... Have you ever watched Aliens? Right? The film with the big xenomorph aliens? That is xenomorph blood. That's what that is. They're like acidic ass blood that like can burn through like multiple decks of like steel. That's what that is. I have this sort of morbid curiosity with it where I just want to know what it is, what it's like. Let's read the back. What's on here? Okay. Okay. Guarana. Isn't that bat poo? No, that's guano. I don't know. What the fuck is guarana? What is in guarana? Guarana. How many? It's a plant. Native to the Amazon basin. Well, I never. Anyway, there's a race going on. That happened rather quickly, didn't it? Dace around the outside of Scornsey, retaining the lead into turn 1. Why can I not hear anything? Now I can. Jonathan Dunk in P3 with Fuse Rogue behind him in P4. McLaren slightly off track behind. That's Slayerized, who finds himself now behind Deary Racing. Hightower and Slayerized going side by side, and there's a yellow flag as well for the Alpine of M. Galloway that's facing the incorrect direction for the current layout of this track, and that's a virtual safety car. Let's go and have a look. Oh, there's no front wing on that Alpine. Well, there is. There's a tiny little one. Yeah, there we go. Now we sit and we wait. Huh. And we are green once more. Jonathan Dunk getting a good restart, as does his Ferrari teammate behind him in Fuse Rogue. Scornsey, though, not too far away from the back of Dace, who does not have a slipstream from any car ahead in order to help him retain his position. Lanzi and Shreya Coleslaw, they almost find themselves fighting into that corner, but Lanzi thinks better of it. Cynical gets his way past DC Manaman. Nope, never mind, it's the other way around. Dace still leads from Scornsey in P2, less than 3/10 of a second, less than 4/10 of a second, less than 5/10 of a second behind him. Jonathan Dunk in P3 with his Ferrari teammate Fuse Rogue behind him in P4, putting the pressure on. Both Ferraris clad in those medium tyres, I do believe, or are they soft tyres? I don't know. You act as if I'm good at my job. They're both on softs. There you go. Fuse Rogue might be able to make a move here, but it doesn't look like he wants to. I think Fuse Rogue carries ever so slightly more downforce, it would appear, because he is all over the back of him, though he did not seem to gain much on that straight. Dace keeping probably, I wouldn't say a healthy lead, but a lead nonetheless. VTEC facing the wrong way around, and his McLaren teammate Slayer is not having the best of times either. Dace setting the fastest lap of the race, though, as he makes clear his intention to escape. And yeah, look, just as I suspected, Fuse Rogue was gaining time, and as soon as he pulls out of the slipstream, that ceases to occur, and it looks like Jonathan Dunk is going to retain that position, though he could come back at him now. Down the inside is Fuse Rogue. That car sticking to the track slightly better than that of his teammate, and he will have the inside line now at turn 4, but Jonathan Dunk sweeps cleanly around the outside. He manages to keep the minimum apex speed up, and they're still going to be side by side through this left-hander. Will they allow each other enough space? Jonathan Dunk and Fuse Rogue. Fuse Rogue survives around the outside and manages to claim that position over his teammate. Great clean racing there from the two Ferraris. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. But that has, however, brought them out of the DRS range of Scornsey in P2, though they are quite close to the buffer on that, and Fuse Rogue might be able to reel him back in. Dace all over Scornsey, all over the back of Dace. Goodness gracious me. See, I don't want to maybe I'm Japanese and I like read back to front. Does that work from bottom to up? I don't know. Bottom to up is definitely not the correct way of saying that either, however. I'm going to rock with it anyway. Jonathan Dunk and Fuse Rogue. Why the hell am I looking at M. Calloway? You absolute bean. Sharia Coleslaw even trying to get involved in the act. That is very cheeky. Very, very cheeky indeed. The Haas, forgetting that it's the baby Haas, the baby Ferrari, sorry, and making a move there on a Fuse Rogue. Fuse Rogue is still there on the inside, but he's going to have to yield there to Sharia Coleslaw, who has made the move. So a great move there by Sharia. Dace still retaining his lead, though he will be under DRS pressure now. It looks like Fuse Rogue is wanting to try and get back past Sharia Coleslaw as soon as possible, though he's struggling a little bit there in the dirty air, and that is not going to help him make a move into this next corner. He's going to have to wait until the main straight. We've got a yellow flag. That's for the Red Bull of Hightower, who's just doing Hightower things. Leave him be. Scornsy is on the back of Dace. Emphasis. He's going to have the DRS here. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough to try and make a move, however. He will see how much time he can gain here with the DRS. Maybe he can make a move, actually. He's gaining at a rate of knots. He can look to the inside, but I don't think he's going to go for it. Lanzi and Fuse Rogue go. Fuse Rogue dropping like a stone. It's not great for Fuse Rogue, and he's incredibly low on the ERS as well. Orlando, the man himself, making that move up into P5. VTEC makes his way past Hightower, who is continually doing Hightower things. Fuse Rogue needs to try and calm himself down and regenerate that ERS before he falls victim to any of the drivers behind him, because Calibob is no slouch. Scornsy still all over the back of Dace as well. Less than half a second separates those two drivers, and Scornsy has the DRS. Scornsy could really look to make a move down the main straight here if he can just keep close to Dace through this small, slightly more technical section. He appears to have nailed that right-hander though in comparison to Dace, who didn't nail it so much. Both of these drivers on the medium tyres, and this is Scornsy's chance. The DRS wide open on the back of the Aston Martin car, though it just doesn't quite look like he's close enough. And here goes Calibob on Fuse Rogue. Fuse Rogue is going to try and hold that one around the outside. That will turn to the inside, which will then turn back to the outside as we swing through this complex of corners. There's a Williams there of Scavney. He's getting himself involved as well. Fuse Rogue may lose not one but two positions here. Scavney on the inside in the Williams, trying to make the move stick on Fuse Rogue, and he has. Just as I said, Fuse Rogue needed to be careful, otherwise he was going to get swallowed up by the cars behind him, and that has continued to play out. Perhaps some damage maybe on that Ferrari, as this doesn't seem to match his pace at all, though. The complete lack of ERS is probably not helping, and DC Manaman can see that as clearly as anyone here. He may even want to make the move right now. He does. He goes down the inside. They do make contact. Off the track goes Fuse Rogue, and onto the inside apron goes DC Manaman. Apron is definitely not the correct word, but you know what? Nikki probably enjoys it, so let's be nice to Nikki for once. And Fuse Rogue is really struggling to keep control of the car here. He is going to stay out, so it doesn't seem like he needs to pit to replace any damage there, but Cynical is clearly going to get the move done here, and DC Manaman will as well, I would imagine. I doubt anybody would struggle to make the move there with the DRS and the poor exit of Fuse Rogue, who has now tumbled all the way down to P10. Woohoo, here goes VTEC, and there went VTEC, he's gone. Deary unable to defend from the McLaren that just had the slipstream, had the DRS, and that's one hell of a combination. Off goes Jonathan Dunk. Jonathan Dunk has gone off, and I think Cynical may have been involved in that as well, and that's a full course safety car for whatever fucking reason. Pardon my profanity, please. However, I feel like this is every single broadcast. Every single one. Each and every broadcast. This is what occurs. Every time, without fail. Watch your profanity. You know it. I never watch my profanity. My profanity watches me. It gets a great view. Watch your profanity. I don't have to talk out my arse. Everyone's coming in, even the Ferrari's going to double stack. Slayride's coming in as well, he's got VTEC behind him. And look at the pain. The pain doesn't stop for Fuse Rogue. Gabby, you scared me earlier on. It's a fun fact. You probably don't realise. Don't know if you were told by Sharia. Deary picks up a 5-second time penalty. Why would you speed into the pit lane under safety car? What is with people? Why are there so many Daces in the world? Anyway, Deary might want to pit again and try and get that served. He should have a chance to because Galloway is so far away. So I was playing Phasmophobia earlier, right? It's like a scary, jumpy game. And I walk into this dark room and suddenly I just hear this noise that sounds like it's close, but it sounds like it's far away. And it's like a cheh! And I shit myself. Turns out, I was in a party with Sharir at the time in the basement, and Gabby had sneezed upstairs. And that shit was so loud that I thought a ghost was about to kill me. It was unreal. And there you go. That's the story in Balamory, wouldn't you like to know? Deary should be able to pit here. Oh dearie me. Let's hope he does, because it will be oh dearie me if he does not. Because there's only so much I can get frustrated at people's bad decisions. And in comes Cynical, who a cynic might question why he didn't pit on the first lap of the safety car, as opposed to waiting until the second. Deary does pit. And I think he does get the car slowed down a time this time around. I'm also dying of hay fever. I am dying of hay fever all the time, I swear to God. This is the thing. Hay fever is like the drawback of summer. Right? You got summer, the days are like really nice and warm, and the drawback is that you sneeze the whole time and you can't sleep at night. But recently, there's not been a warm day for over 4 weeks, yet I still have the damn hay fever. It's infuriating. All it's done is rained. It rained today. It rained all day today. It even rained so much in this country that it freaking ruined the ashes. Well, it didn't ruin the ashes. They were still amazing, but like, come on. It hindered them. I mean, this country is the worst. Honestly. Do you know apparently the Germans are going to run out of sausages and cheese? I hope that doesn't happen, because that will be the worst case scenario. Fucking Jesus, bro. Where is this drinks company based? Knaresborough. Where on earth is Knaresborough? What city begins with an H? That's an H postcode. H. Wouldn't be near Hartlepool. I don't know. I'm gonna go spy on a drinks company real quick. BRB. Where the fuck is Knaresborough? Town in England. Oh, we're in Yorkshire, are we? Into Yorkshire. It is Harrogate. I got it right. Yo. Fun fact. The tea brand, Yorkshire Tea, is based in Harrogate. That's a very fun fact for you guys. I was about to say, what on earth is this view? What am I witnessing right now? What is going on? What on... Bruh? Been sent a fucking mosaic here by Bacon. Being put on foundation while on topset science is basically administration. Oh, these are good. These are good. Oh no, what happened here? Okay, anyway, it's time for safety car restart and DC Manaman will lead us away. And he will be weaving all over the place in order to try and break the toe from Dace behind him, but it doesn't seem to be working because here goes Dace to the inside. I have an itch on my ear, but that doesn't stop Dace. Scornsy will want to follow Dace through here. He will not want to lose touch with the flying fish by getting stuck behind DC Manaman. But DC Man is no slouch either, and he knows how to drive. Fun fact, whoa, he knows how to drive Scornsy completely off of the road, more like. Goodness gracious me. Scornsy though, he still gets a good run. He's going to dive to the inside. Nope, he's going to switch to the outside. He's going to be patient, and then Galloway is retired from the session, and we have another safety car. I am not impressed. Not one bit. I'm glad CC stands for Coleslaw Cup and not Competence Cup. Otherwise it would be an unbelievable degree of false advertising. Fucking DC, why? I'm just... I actually dread to think how loud that fucking head slap was, because that hurt. That fucking reverberated. That was something else. That was, I've got a shell shock. Goodness me. Oh jeez. What on earth is this, guys? I mean, come on. We've only just hit the third of the waypoint. Are we serious right now? It's 3:20, and we're a third of the way through this race. What are you doing? What? What are you doing? I mean... Oh my goodness me. I wonder if Ferrari make this game, because that would make a lot of sense. It's very Ferrari-esque the way Codemasters make mistakes. It's like they'll make a game that feels great, and then they'll just do something dumb and ruin it completely. They are Ferrari. Anyway. Safety car is deployed, and we will have one more lap of it, I would imagine, and then I believe we will get going. It shouldn't be a long safety car interval, as we do have the entire pack backed up here. I was trying to think of the correct way to express that sentiment. There we are. Anyway, guys, look at this. Wow, that's wild. That's actually wild. We need the wow sound effect. You know, the guy that's like, wow. I never joined a VC, so I can't get my... I always join a VC to do comms, and I didn't do it this time. And Now I can't do my little silly noises. Can we hop into here? We can, though I'm not convinced the overlay will work. Hey! I don't think we have a wow sound effect. That's a throwback. I was in like high school when people were doing that wow thing, you know? Fucking, I can't remember what the... Hold up. I don't know if this will come through. I don't know what this dude's name is. Is it this one?
Wow.
No. Let's just get back to this. Because we're going green. Why is Chris Stapleton now playing? Oh my goodness me. It's like a circus. It's like an absolute circus. Dace is gone. I don't even know if that came through on the broadcast or not. I just got that bow, 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 bow. Anyway, Dace gets a good launch from Scornsy, and he's left Sharia Coleslaw in the dust, who is up in P3 for some reason. I mean, fair play to him, he's doing well. Scornsy got a little bit of understeer there, not quite getting the amount of grip from the front tires that he thought he would get in that scenario. It definitely did. Amazing. Well, yeah. Tennessee whiskey, guys. It's a very good sign. Why that is the next autoplay after wow sound effect. E was one around the same time, I think. It's like E. You know, like the dinosaurs that all stood together. No, there's two dinosaurs, isn't there? There's the Yee dinosaur, and then there's like the little short stubby dinosaur. Anyway, what's DC Man doing? He's trying to make a move. Whoa, on high tower. Uh-oh. Whoa, but let's go look at Calirob. What's Calirob doing? Yo, Sharia Coleslaw wants to break that toe. Like a terrible chiropractor. I mean, Calirob gets the move done. That's a new one. I like that. What's Scavney doing? He's getting past Jonathan Dunk. Or is he? He is, yes. Cuts that one off. Jonathan Dunk can't fight that one back. What's going on here with Fuse Rogue, who has been falling like a rock since lap 2? Oh, we've got a spin from Deary Racing. Oh, dearie me. Are we sure we're racing? Is this racing or ping pong? I really need to get this sorted out so it's at a better angle, but and also it will just fall off. So, ooh, look, it turned down then. That should be an improvement. High tower dropping. Also be nice if I had the stream replay up in a quality better than 144p. Who knows? Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to see what on earth is going on here. I don't know how we got 6 people here watching this, to be honest. I mean, anyway, we are just approaching the halfway point of this race as Fuse Rogue tries to make the move on Slayer Ice, who's low on ERS, but plot twist, so is Fuse Rogue. Fuse Rogue, who spent the entire first half of this race with no ERS, finally had a chance to recharge his ERS and quickly spent it all back up again and now has no ERS. That, folks, is what you call a complete lack of wisdom. Scornsy was tucked right up behind Dace there, but not as close as DC Manaman is to Fuse Rogue. Goodness me. But no one wants to make the move at this early on. They want to wait until the main pit straight. Will Scornsy finally be able to make the move? Yo, look guys, it's you. But in the past. Isn't that amazing? Anyway. Scornsy wants to make the move. Can't. And yeah, that's all she wrote. Fuse Rogue falls behind DC Manaman. They're going to be 3 wide here. The McLaren of Slayerized swoops all the way through, and then Fuse Rogue wants to try and regain that position by going cleanly around the outside of the McLaren. But the McLaren of Slayerized is going to defend that well, and I think he's going to reclaim that position. They are going to touch there because, I mean, damn, Fuse Rogue turned into a guided missile. Check the soundboard. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Where is it though? This is the issue. There's too much on here. Deary picks up a speed. Wow. That's the one. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Look what you did. It's all your fault. Yellow flags. Don't you dare. Nope, it's just Deary Racing retiring in the pit lane. Whoa, there he is. Lancy gets past Shreya Coleslaw as well. That was something that I pretty much completely missed. And Jonathan Dunk and Scavney. Scavney? That's not the track! Lancy and Shreya Coleslaw are fighting each other as well. I don't know how the hell they just swapped positions. So significantly, such wow indeed. Scornsy is all over the back of Dace here as well. That's a sentence that I've not said for at least 7 seconds. Wayo, Callywob's here too. Hello, Callywob. That looks like Deary Racing's, yep, Aston Martin retiring off track. Awesome. One day, Codemasters will just figure out that if you pull into the pits and hit retire, they should just retire the car in the pit box instead of having it drive around for a few corners of the track. I mean, what is with that? It's genuinely ludicrous. Let's go have a look at Fuse Rogue. What's he doing? Not much? Cool. Back to Dace. I'm pretty sure I unmapped my keybinds, so that won't change you to a different screen. Anyway, Hannibal wants to change himself into a different position, that position being P2. He is still going to have Scornsy on his inside, but not for long. Scornsy relegated to P3 as Calibur promotes himself up into P2. Slayerized and Fuse Rogue are now fighting side by side. On the outside is Slayerized, on the inside is Fuse Rogue in that scarlet red Ferrari, and there's an Alfa Romeo there of Cynical trying to get himself involved. Slayerized dips back into the slipstream ever so shortly, just to regain that speed, and wow, Cynical swoops on through. Like someone just took a 3 and missed, and Cynical came in and got the board. He is, whoa, goodbye Slayerized, he's really struggling, but Cynical's absolute bandit. Cynical. Such a bandit that someone should have banned it. Yo, bars. What's going on here? Jonathan Duncan, DC Manaman. They're in the wars. I mean, goodness gracious me. There's only one sound that can sum this one up. Wow. Wow. Here is Shreya Coleslaw. He's behind Lancy. But here is Calliwell. He is not behind Dace. He's ahead. He has just taken P1 over Dace on the hard tyres and Calliwell on the medium tyres. That most likely explains the deficit. And Shreya Coleslaw has just told Lancy to Deffer, sit down and get out of my way. Sit down and get out of town, because here comes Scavney. Wow. Fuse Rogue trying to keep Cynical honest. I'm not sure what's going on with Fuse Rogue. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's doing some wild ass shit right now. He's awesome. He's been drinking dragon soup. That's Fuse Rogue's issue. He's got Yes, Fuse Rogue, you will have the drink, but every time he hits the button, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you freaking dare. Hightower, start driving. Start driving, Hightower. Hightower, start pissing driving. I think we've escaped. I pray to the Lord that we've escaped. Here is the battle for P1 from Scornsy's perspective. Dace moving to the outside and unable to defend is Calibab, who is relegated back down to P2. There may be P3 here because Scornsy is looking interested, though he's just hit the low level of ERS deployment, meaning he is below 10% of his battery store remaining. This is a battle between the medium and the hard tyres as well. We'll have to see how long those mediums hold on. I think they should be okay, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I certainly don't see Calibab pitting again. And VTech pushes Fuse Rogue off. Bro, do not mess with VTech, bro. Do not mess with VTech. It's a foolish man that messes with VTech. Very foolish indeed. Scornsy decides to try and stay behind Calibab. He knows that the pit straight is a better opportunity to make a move, but Calibab knows that too. And he will be looking to defend that and perhaps make the move on Dace for P1. Let's see. Scornsy definitely further behind Calibab than Calibab is on Dace. He has the DRS, he has the slipstream, but he just doesn't have quite enough. Shrek also, though, he has enough to get past Lanzi, and these two have just basically been DRSing each other the entire way through this race. Guess who's low on ERS? It's Fuse Rogue. Who would have thought so? Oh my god, that's a dive. Is he going to do it? Slay your eyes, come on, bro. I thought you were going to be epic there. That's a shame. I thought he was going to absolutely send it. That's just a spin there from Hightower. What on earth is going on with Lanzi? He's going to lose that position there to Scavney, who's up into P5, and he will be looking to charge on forward towards Shreya Coleslaw. So, Scornsy, Calibab, Dace, that is your top three in ascending order. Yes, I did read it out in a specific order and specify that order. That is top quality commentary. Such top quality commentary that I thought the word was qualitary for a second there. Oh well. Anyway, look at this. It's Calibab. He's in P2. He wants to be in P1. Being in P1. Therefore, he remains in P2. That pretty much sums that one up. Scavney, though, no one's stopping him, unless Sharik also can stop him, because he's on the outside, which then turns to the inside, which then turns back to the outside. Not enough for Sharik to keep that position, and he may lose another one now, because here comes Lanzi with the old switcheroo, but he breaks nice and early there for whatever reason, and lets Sharik maintain the position. Sleigh Ride's not far off the back of Fuse Rogue still in their battle for P10. Scornsy all over the back of Calibab also. And this train likely to just continue swapping positions around for the next 10 laps or so. But who will be in the lead when they finally cross the line for the final time? That remains to be seen at this point. Anyway, through comes Lanzi to the final corner. He wants to try and get Sharia Coleslaw. Sharia Coleslaw doesn't want to get got. The same applies to Dace, who doesn't want to get got by Calibab and doesn't get got. Pretty much sums it up. Lanzi, though, gaining on Sharia Coleslaw through that initial section, but not enough, unfortunately, for him. Fuse Rogue is still behind VTech, though he doesn't want to be behind VTech. He would much prefer to be ahead of VTech, but it's easier said than done. He's going to get the move done. Will he get the move done? He's almost pushing VTech through this section of corners. Oh, he's all over the back of him now. He's going to use the DRS. He's going to go to the inside. Will he send it? No, he will not. He's going to wait for the pit straight, it would seem. Calibob into the pits. So there's your answer on whether those mediums will last. The answer is no, or the answer is Calibob thought it was wiser to pit. And the thing is, this was kind of a lap where Calibob needed to make a decision. If he didn't think those mediums were going to go to the end, you've got to get off them now so that you've got time to make up the positions on the soft tyre and make up the time. If you wait until they really go off 3 laps from the end, you'll come back out on soft and you won't be able to gain positions on anyone. At least not enough, and because there's just not enough laps to do so. Let's switch to leader timing. Calibob is 21 seconds behind with 8 laps remaining, so you'd think it would seem unlikely for him to be back up challenging the front guys, but you never know, and it depends as well if they fight or not. You know, anything can happen, right? So Calibob needs to dispatch of cars such as Slayerized, he's Rogue, Cynical. He needs to get through those battles first, and especially that train there of DC Manaman, Lanzi, Sharia Coleslaw and Scavney. That's going to be his final sort of hurdle before the final 2 drivers, and Calibob will want to make this move stick pretty damn soon. He's going to go to the inside here on Slayerized, cleanly past him into P9, and he should be far enough ahead by the time they get into the straight that he doesn't even need to worry about the DRS, because he's just going to be that far gone. And yeah, it's already 9/10 of a second, so Calibob is absolutely flying. Oh, it was so satisfying hearing that little downshift as he flicked the car in. But here is Sharia Coleslaw, Scavney and Lanzi. The terrible trio. And it remains Sharia Coleslaw, Scavney, Lanzi in that order. This time, a descending order. See, I'm keeping it fresh. Keeping it clean. Can Calibob get Fuse Rogue? I mean, Fuse Rogue? Lose a position? No. We'll see. He's going to have the DRS again. We already know that he knows how to make a move here because he just did it. That previous lap on Slayerized. But look how much he's getting held up here now. This is what he needs to try and avoid. And he'll have to avoid it by making a quick move here on Fuse Rogue. Fuse Rogue completely unable to defend. He might go for a little bit of a switchback there, but it's never going to work. And here comes Lanzi on the back of Scavney, if I can read quick enough, which I can't. Scavney low on the ERS as well, but he's still going to go for a move on Sharia, and Lanzi's going to be interested in making a move as well. He's also going to go to the outside. Here goes Orlando. Calibob sets the fastest lap of the race so far. He is absolutely flying, and Scavney has managed to get himself a little bit of a gap there. Not as much as I thought he would have. The ERS light still blinking. Calibob flying up to the back of his teammate now in P8. 6 laps remaining, still plenty of time for Brooklyn Robert. P2 Scornsy though, trying to keep the pressure on Dace. He wants that P1 spot, but will he get it? That is the big question here. Doesn't want to make the move just yet, of course, wants to wait until the pit straight. Will Calibob make the move here? I'm sure he most likely will. I don't see a way that his teammate is going to defend for that. I mean, look at that. Yeah, he doesn't even try and put up a fight. He knows when he's beaten. And fair play to him. It's better for the team. So, wise decision made there by Cynical. Lanzi still on the back of Sharia Coleslaw, and they get equitable sort of exits there, but Scavney's gotten a really bad one. That's going to put him under a lot of pressure. Lanzi and Sharia both absolutely flying in terms of their straight line speed here now. Oh, Lanzi, if he'd just made that 3 wide, that would have been extra crazy, bro. Come on. Let's live for that chaos. Calibob now has 6 seconds to make up on DC Manaman, so he just needs to get his head down and drive. And what on earth is Lanzi doing here? Some NASCAR bump drafting going on between the 2 of those drivers. And yeah, Lanzi doesn't want to try and make a crazy move into that left-hander. Oh, excuse me. That's brought DC Manaman back onto the scene as well. So don't forget about him in the AlphaTauri Red Bull Junior team in P6 at the moment, which is a solid position for him. Looking to make up even more positions and build on that P6 as we continue through the latter stages of this race. My internet seems to be struggling for some reason. Scornsey has lost P1 to Dace. Dace going through on the inside with the DRS. Scornsey unable to fight it back, and Scavney makes his way past Coleslaw. Lanzi too far behind them to make a move, as is DC Manaman. This is going to be a battle that lasts for a while between Dace and Scornsey. I think we can say Calirob is most likely out of the running here. He's just too far behind, unfortunately for him, even with the super pace that he's displaying at the moment. Oh goodness me. Oof. Look at this, it's DC Manaman looking at maybe even making a move down the inside there. Lanzi, who got a bad run through the chicane. Lanzi also low in the ERS, something that I'm sure DC Manaman will be noticing. And yeah, Lanzi seems to really be struggling now. Oh. Keep myself moving. DC Manaman will want to try and make a move there on Lanzi, but Lanzi just gets too good of a run through the corners, and it doesn't matter that he's low on ERS, because he's able to make the most of the grip that he has available to him. Scornsey and Dace, they remain in the position that they were in previously. Here comes DC Manaman though, making the move on Lanzi to the inside. Lanzi wants to try and hold this one around the outside though, which turns back to the inside, and he can push DC Manaman, well, not push him out, but squeeze him out of trying to keep his nose in there. He just doesn't have the pace to reconcile that grip difference, if that made any sense. I just wanted to get the word reconcile in there for some reason. I can't actually reconcile with myself why I would want to do that, but there we go. Fuse Rogue, what are you doing? You're chasing down Cynical. Cool. Calirob is gaining on this fight. He is going to be challenging for the last of the podium positions, P3, currently inhabited by Scavney, but for how long? Calirob may even have the DRS in this next DRS zone. I mean, I find that unlikely, but it's possible. DC Manaman not going at the greatest rate, and Calirob is absolutely flying. He may have just gotten it there. He may have just pulled off the swindle of the century. The heist of the millennia? No. He does not. Oh well, he will have it next time around. So we have Lanzi wanting to make a move on Coleslaw, unable to do that just yet. We've got a occurrence, is all I can say. We have an occurrence. That's a lapped Red Bull of Hightower, that's why I couldn't find it flicking through. And Fuse Rogue is past Cynical. That happened on the straight earlier on. Lanzi, Calirob, DC Manaman has span off. Well, technically not off, but a span. And that is a free position for Calirob, who is now comfortably within the DRS of the cars ahead. And he will be looking to try and make his way through those guys. I'm sure we're all going, stop Calirob, stop Calirob, where? Scornsey, will they stop Scornsey? Yes, he will for now. Oh, goodness me. Calirob moving left and right, wanted to make a move here on Lanzi, but it's just the position the opportunity just not quite presenting itself just yet, though we are sure that Calibur will get a great run through this right-hander, aren't we? Yes, we are. Open goes the DRS. Lanzi has the DRS too, but will it matter because Calibur's going to go to the outside? Can he sweep past using the superior grip that he has on those soft tyres? Yes, he will, and he's up into P5. Sharia Coleslaw now ahead of him. Let's go on board with Scornsy. Scornsy could easily make a move here. We are on the last lap of the race. Scornsy is deploying everything. Dace is out of the DRS. The DRS wide open for Scornsy. They may still be side by side. No, they aren't. Dace finds himself down in P2, and it's going to be very difficult for him to retake the position. Here goes Sharia. He wants the podium. They do touch. Sharia loses the car slightly, and this is going to give Calirob the impetus that he needs to go sailing around the outside of the Haas, unless the Haas can fight back. Perhaps the soft tyres of that Alfa Romeo now just beginning to show some signs of degradation. Calirob wants the podium spot. He needs to get past Sharia Coleslaw and get past him quick. Dace, can he make the move on Scornsy? He may have to send it here if he wants to. He's not going to be able to, and that should spell the end for Dace's hopes of winning, because Dace is unable to play any sort of strategy. Here goes Sharia Coleslaw trying to get around the outside of Scavney. Scavney on the inside trying to fight it back. Calirob behind the both of them, trying to see if there's an opportunity for him to move himself up the order, and these cars are going to be side by side. Scavney makes a little bit of a mistake there though, and down the inside goes Calirob, trying to give him the good old squeezeroo. He is going to give him the squeeze and make the move, but Sharia Coleslaw is going to take third position. Calirob behind him in P4, Scavney P5. P6 will be Lanzi. Fuse Rogue trying to take P7, should be pretty easy because there's no one around him. Dace did finish P2 with Scornsy P1, as I imagine, and what on earth has Lanzi done? Lanzi's glitched, I think. I'm sure that will get sorted. He will be higher than where he is, I think, at this moment in time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Calirob driver of the day, and rightly so, I would imagine. I would wager that would be quite a few people's choice for driver of the day. That looks like an interesting video. I'm going to tap on it so that it's in my history, so I can easily watch it later. By later, I mean tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean probably in about 10 minutes when I'm saying that I'm trying to sleep, but I'm actually lying in bed watching YouTube. Scornsy in P1, P2 is Dace, P3 is Sharia Coleslaw running a Mexican flag for whatever reason, but you know, you do you, buddy. Great job there by Scornsy, and there's confirmation of the final standings with the exception of Lanzi down in P11, where I don't think he will be post ratification of these results. So Scornsy P1, Dace P2, Sharia Coleslaw P3, Calirob behind in P4 with Scavney behind him. That came down to the final corner, but Calirob did manage to make that move. Fuse Rogue ends a very eventful race in P6, and Cynical P7 with DC Manaman in P8, up from P10. Solid from DC Manaman, but probably not quite as good as what he would have hoped for. Slayrise P9 with VTEC rounding off the top 10. Lanzi in that incorrect, I imagine incorrect position of P11, with Hightower behind him a lap down. Jonathan Dunk 14 laps down for whatever reason, though he did DNF, and with him in the DNF club is Deary Racing in P14 and M Galloway in P15. Woo! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I call a race. That is what that was. This, however, is not what I call a drink. So there you go, guys. That pretty much sums that up. And I may hit you with a little bit of a...
Wow! 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 Wow!
Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye I hope you enjoyed the short 5 seconds of Chris Stapleton that played randomly for no apparent reason. I hope you enjoyed my complete lack of a hairline. What's going on there? Bloody hell, mate. Or I've only just fucking looked at the fucking screen and seen what the hell that is. Let's sort that out. Oh, it's a bit late now. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed that race. I'm going to say au revoir